An enigma that puzzled McLaren's engineering team in Mexico City has finally come to light. Not a mechanical breakdown, but something far more intriguing. A psychological puzzle that stripped Oscar Piastri of his championship advantage. A composed young racer who confronted adversity with veteran maturity. And now, McLaren has revealed precisely what challenged the Australian at the Autódromo Hermanos Rodriguez. From the opening practice session, something felt fundamentally different. Data analysts observed behavioral shifts in car response, subtle alterations in how the MCL39 communicated with its pilot. To casual observers, nothing concerning. But to McLaren's technical staff, it represented a disconnect forming between driver and machine. At that elevation, atmospheric pressure plummets, and machinery that performs flawlessly at lower altitudes begins behaving unpredictably. Yet this weekend, the issue wasn't environmental. Piastri found himself wrestling not with mechanical failure, but with adaptation. His driving methodology, the instinctive approach that had carried him to championship contention, suddenly demanded radical recalibration. The hot tarmac and sliding tires of Mexico exposed a fascinating vulnerability in his otherwise exceptional skill set. Saturday delivered confirmation. The Australian qualified a staggering 0.588 seconds behind teammate Lando Norris, who secured pole position with surgical precision. Through the technical sectors, Piastri's MCL39 appeared hesitant, uncertain on corner entry, struggling to find the aggressive commitment the circuit demanded. His feedback was characteristically analytical. The grip level feels inconsistent, maybe just not finding the natural rhythm I need. Those measured words would prove prophetically accurate. When race day dawned, Piastri launched adequately from 7th, maintaining position as pandemonium unfolded. What television audiences couldn't perceive was that his racing methodology was already in transformation mode, actively experimenting with techniques that felt fundamentally unnatural to his driving DNA. The low-grip environment was exposing a truth about Formula One's newest generation. While his machinery remained mechanically perfect, every sensor confirming nominal operation, Piastri discovered himself battling something more elusive. He was confronting the limits of his adaptive capabilities in conditions favoring a completely different driving philosophy. Circuit after circuit, he modified his approach, experimenting with braking techniques, reconsidering throttle application, managing thermal windows through methodologies contradicting his established instincts. The young Australian wasn't simply racing. He was conducting real-time self-education at championship-defining stakes. Mid-distance through the 71-lap encounter, the challenge intensified. The MCL39, though mechanically sound, demanded an aggression level contradicting Piastri's preference for precision. Most competitors would have surrendered to frustration. Piastri chose neither path. His technique became deliberately experimental yet controlled. The onboard footage captured a mental battle manifesting through physical inputs. And through the radio emerged that now celebrated transmission. Still experimenting with the approach, but I can work with this. Those words encapsulated maturity transcending his years. The genuine narrative emerged from McLaren's post-race analysis. Engineers scrutinized comparative telemetry between both drivers, searching for explanations. What they discovered was illuminating. The data revealed fundamental differences in how Norris and Piastri extracted performance from identical machinery. Norris thrived in low-grip scenarios, his natural aggression perfectly suited to sliding tires. Piastri's brilliance manifested differently, in high-grip conditions where precision generated lap time advantage. Team principal Andrea Stella addressed the situation with refreshing honesty. Every measurement confirms there's absolutely nothing mechanically wrong with Oscar's car. Stella explained. The chassis speculation is unfounded. We rotate components constantly. The reality is that Lando naturally excels when grip disappears. Oscar conversely demonstrates extraordinary talent in high-grip environments. But he hasn't even completed 3 full Formula One seasons. The Mexican weekend represented something profoundly interesting. A calibration exercise. A learning experience where conditions demanded adaptation beyond Piastri's established comfort parameters. The telemetry painted this vividly. His consistency remained impressive despite internal struggle. Every adjustment was calculated. He was piloting machinery demanding unfamiliar philosophy, yet maintaining respectable pace. From the engineering command center, team members conversed in measured tones, not urgently troubleshooting failure, but supportively analyzing adaptation struggles. Then came Piastri's assessment. I'm making progress understanding what's needed here. That transmission represented self-awareness grounded in technical comprehension. Post-race, Piastri's own words confirmed McLaren's assessment. The car obviously hasn't changed for a while, so it's nothing mechanical. Given how our pace differentiated, clearly Lando found it easier to adapt, and I haven't yet. It's crucial remembering the other 19 races where my methodology worked exceptionally well. This is about expanding my toolkit. That perspective reveals championship mentality. No excuses fabricated, no mechanical scapegoats blamed, just honest acknowledgement that Formula One demands continuous evolution. The Mexican weekend exposed that even championship-leading talents possess areas requiring development. For spectators, it appeared like an ordinary, frustrating weekend. But in reality, every lap represented something more profound. It showcased the invisible battles Formula One demands. Psychological warfare between established instincts and environmental realities requiring contradictory approaches. The machinery was perfect. The pilot was exceptionally talented. But the marriage between the two hadn't achieved harmony in these conditions. This wasn't mechanical failure, it was a demonstration of what contemporary Formula One genuinely requires. Relentless adaptation guided by intellectual honesty. Oscar Piastri revealed that racing intelligence transcends natural speed. It encompasses self-awareness and determination to address limitations systematically. When McLaren's engineers reviewed Piastri's weekend performance, they initiated one of their most philosophically fascinating analyses of the campaign. What they confirmed was a challenge so fundamentally human that mechanical perfection couldn't solve it. The core issue centered on adaptation philosophy under low grip, high sliding conditions characterizing Mexico's unique circuit personality. Different athletes extract performance through fundamentally different methodologies. Some thrive on aggression, attacking grip limits with controlled violence. Others excel through precision, finding speed through technical perfection. Piastri naturally gravitates toward precision. His exceptional performances demonstrated a driver who maximizes high-grip scenarios through surgical accuracy. But Mexico demanded the former approach, committing beyond comfortable limits, trusting the car through phases where instinct screams caution. Mexico's elevation reduces air density by approximately 25%, fundamentally altering how downforce generates. The hot track surface compounds these challenges, creating conditions where grip appears, then vanishes unpredictably. For a driver whose greatest strength involves exploiting consistent high-grip environments, these conditions represented his kryptonite. Piastri immediately recognized that something deeper than setup was challenging him. While others might have assumed tire degradation, he identified the philosophical mismatch from sensation alone. His composed communications became the diagnostic compass guiding McLaren's understanding. Following the race, Stella articulated that feedback as transformative. Data provides information, but driver insight provides understanding. Oscar wasn't speculating. He was diagnosing at competitive speeds while experimenting with solutions. That capacity to translate internal struggle into technical language represents the rarest skill drivers possess. The debriefs revealed fascinating insights. Norris's telemetry showed confidence through low-grip phases, aggressive brake applications, early throttle commitments exploiting the car's rotation. Piastri's data showed measured, cautious approaches prioritizing stability. Perfectly suited to different conditions but handicapped here. Yet despite this mismatch, Piastri's professional discipline kept him competitive. His pace, while slower than Norris, remained respectable. His racecraft stayed clean. He recovered positions through strategy, finishing 5th despite starting 7th and battling adaptation struggles throughout. Mexico exposed areas requiring development while revealing something perhaps more significant. It proved that under pressure, Piastri could remain simultaneously analytical and competitive. The machinery had performed flawlessly. The man inside had confronted honest limitations with championship-level maturity. This wasn't mechanical failure demanding sympathy. This was human adaptation confronting environmental reality. A masterclass in self-awareness and professional growth mindset. Oscar Piastri demonstrated that intelligence in motorsport encompasses recognizing weaknesses, accepting them without excuse, and committing to systematic improvement. He didn't just survive a difficult weekend. He diagnosed it, learned from it, and emerged with clearer understanding of where his championship journey demands evolution. The car never failed. The driver never quit. And that combination of mechanical reliability and human determination defines what championship contention truly demands. Mexico revealed Oscar Piastri isn't yet the complete driver. But it also revealed he possesses the self-awareness and intellectual honesty to become one. And in Formula One's ruthless environment, that recognition might prove more valuable than any innate talent alone.